Hey guys, this is going to be a review of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 11, SuKal, and this is the episode where you can really start to feel that the end of the season is coming, so I feel like there is a lot to talk about. Gray starts appearing to Adira again in this episode, and talks about how hard it is not to be seen by everyone, which is very understandable. I can only imagine what it would be like for no one to see you, but they have such a cute moment together, and then Stamets learns that Gray is there and he's like scolding Gray, and it's just so cute. Everything with them and with Colbert in this season has been very heartwarming and adorable, and I love it so much. We also find out in this episode that there is someone in the nebula, and it is a Kelpian like Saru. So Michael, Saru, and Colbert end up going into the nebula and down to the planet and meeting the Kelpian SuKal, who has basically lived all of his life or most of his life in a computer simulation, and his only interaction has been with these computers, so he acts very much like a child, which makes sense. But I did think that that was done really well, because it does feel a lot like he has had some interaction, but it's all with computers, and obviously that's not going to be exactly the same. So I feel like his characterization was done pretty well, I feel like. One thing I don't really get is why they all appear to be different species in the simulation. So the computer program tells them that it's changing their appearance because SuKal has never seen real life forms before, so he's changing them to be familiar. But he has seen humans and Kelpians before, so I don't really know how changing them into different species makes them more familiar, but it was really interesting, especially seeing Saru as a human was not something I was expecting. The older Kelpian tells Saru that he's been teaching SuKal Kelpian and Baul traditions and like stories and things, and that got me thinking, since in the past Discovery kind of changed Kaminar's history, I'm now very curious what it's like now, especially what's going on with the Kelpians and the Baul. Like, it's especially interesting to me that the Elder Kelpian specifies that he does teach Baul traditions too. I'm very interested in what's happening on Kaminar now. I don't know if we'll get any answers to that later, but I'm very curious. Saru makes Tilly acting captain, which is fun. I was really excited about this. Tilly is very nervous, which is very understandable, but I love seeing her get to do something like that. Unfortunately for Tilly, Osira arrives, and that has to be one of the worst, like the first time she's ever, first day, first like hour even that she's been left in charge of the ship, and she has to deal with Osira, which would be pretty intimidating for anyone, I think, let alone right when you've taken control of the ship for the first time. So at the end of the episode, we have the Emerald Chain has taken control of Discovery, and Adira has managed to get down to the planet and the nebula. So I was definitely on the edge of my seat at the end of this episode, and I'm very curious about what happens next. But that's all I have to say for now, so I will see you guys later. Bye.